Hello guys, Fiki97 here. This time again, but with the lyrical version from Eminem's first album Infinite. A clean lyrics version, but this time with lyrics, like the last time we had it without lyrics and the not clean version. So this time the clean version. And thanks to Censored Marshall for putting it out. And I just want to talk a little bit about it. His first album was not a success so much. Yeah, it was not a success, you can say. So he was getting famous with his second album. And in this time, Eminem, aka Marshall Mathers, was 23 years old. And yeah. So let's jump more into the lyrics. I don't know maybe every lyric because I'm not so used to hearing this album and there are a lot of difficult words for me. So I have to use sometimes a translator and I hope I get it right. So excuse me if I have to pause it every time. So let's hear it. Eminem, aka Marshall Mathers, aka Slim Shady. Let's go with Eminem. Infinite. It's called the album, and Infinite is called the song. So the song is called like the album, and I hope I get it this time a little bit better because I think the last time I did it, the noise of the song wasn't so loud or so good as I expected. It was a little bit not loud enough for me. Maybe I have to change something in the options. Let's see. And also I don't know how I will do it right now. If I normally the people who review or react to songs, they are in big view and the song in little view. And I don't know how I make it because mostly, of course, it's because they want to show themselves as the YouTuber and want to explain something about this song or this art, you can say, if you going, they're artists. So this art, this song, they reviewing, reacting it. So that's normally the case. But I often think, I'm just a person who tell you his thoughts about that and maybe know something you don't know, but these are the artists, so I don't know how I will do it. I will see what looks better, what is better. So I just look in the end what I prefer or how I want to do it. But yeah, let's jump into it. So again, I maybe have to pause from time to time. It depends. So let's go. And also, before I will start it, before I speak a little bit about what's going on or what Eminem songs are about. And I think in the first album, it's more like he's more grown up and it was more stuff in there. Like when he was 16, but it's often like, being cool or being like, you will hear me, I'm so good, it will make this and this with you, He's just showing his skills and saying, if you hear my music, this is how great it is, this is what happened, this is how you will like it if you really listen to it and really understand it and stuff like that. So let's go into that. I just look about the noise. Hope this time it's loud enough. And let's go. Eminem, baby. As I said before, I think it's funny that he said it's Eminem, baby, when nobody knows him. at that time.
Oh yeah, it's like Eminem, baby. Back up in that mother.
Now it's because of the clean version that, you know, the bad language, it's like, it's in this video, you know, you don't see the word and it's like not so loud. But I really like the sound, you know, it says something, I don't know, something like in a movie when you have a dream or something, or when you're in a dream and then comes the beat.
Baby. Back up in that Eminem, baby. Back up in that mother.
But you know, it's really cool because Eminem was brand new then.
One time, Eminem, baby. Back up in that mother. One time for your mind. We represent the 313. You know what I'm saying?
And I think even in this version you still hear the words, you know, back up in that motherfucking ass, you know. I'm be back. It's like Eminem's version of, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger saying I'll be back. You know, it's like he wasn't famous back then, but saying, you know, I'm on that road. I want to become a rapper. I'm back at it again, you know. I don't give up.
They don't know how this for the 9-6. Hey yo, my pen and paper cause a chain reaction. We represent the 313. You know what I'm saying?
The 313, you know, it's you know, I don't want to stop it every time, but I have to mention some stuff. The 313 is like a district in Detroit, as far as I know, for those who maybe don't know it. So because that's a thing, it often comes back, you know, through his career.
Back up in that mother. One time for your
For MCs.
We represent the 313.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? They don't know how this for the 9-6. Hey yo, my pen and paper cause a chain reaction to get your brain relaxing. A zaniac, the maniac in action, a brainiac in fact.
I like here the rhyme flow. Hey yo, my pen paper cause a chain reaction to get your brain relaxing, you know, reaction, relaxing, semi acting in action. It's so cool how the rhyme scheme is always, even at that time, you know, where he was not famous, reaction, relaxing, action, and also you have like semi acting, brainiac, you know, it's semi maniac, brainiac. You know, you're all this rhyme scheme is just cool because it's like he has this end rhyme and then he has also, before the end rhyme is hitting, he starts to rhyme different words, you know, because he says reaction, relax, and action, and then before action he had maniac and then brainiac, and then but he still continues on with this chin in the end, you know, as an end rhyming scheme like attraction.
A zaniac, the maniac in action, a brainiac in fact, son. You maniac action. A zaniac, the maniac in action, a brain. Hey yo, my pen and paper cause a chain reaction to get your brain. Hey yo, my pen and paper cause a chain for the 9-6. Hey yo, my pen and paper cause a chain reaction to get your brain relaxing. A zaniac, the maniac in action, a brainiac in fact, son. You maniac attraction. You look insanely whack when just a fraction of my tracks run. My rhyming skills got you climbing hills. I travel through your mind into your spine like siren drills. I'm slamming grills of roaches with spray to disinfect and twist and X of rappers to this spinal column disconnect.
Oh, that's cool. It's just cool theme, where he said, paper and pen, because he writes down his thoughts, and this gives you like a chain reaction, because it's like not easy stuff. You and also stuff you can say maybe who destroys borders, maybe in your head or something. So you have a chain reaction, but at the same time your brain is relaxing, because of the beat, most likely, I guess. Zany acting. I don't know what really zany means. It's like insane or some stuff. I have to look it up. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's a little bit like insane. So an insane maniac in action, Brainiac, which it reminds me a little bit of. I don't know if it's true, but isn't there a character in because Eminem was and is a comic book fan, and Superman is there nothing? I think there's also someone. It's called Brainiac or something. Just to know where maybe his thoughts are coming from, because of course his crazy life and the Bronx and stuff like that, and all the crazy stuff he had to survive, but also where is this coming from? And he was like in comics and Brainiac. I think it's also a character in the Superman comics, as far as I know. Some of the villains. Skills climbing hills. No rhyming skills got you climbing hills. That's cool. I travel through your mind. I've traveled through your mind. Chill your spine like siren trills. It's also cool. Because siren reminds me of, isn't there in the Greek mythology sirens? But also, siren, like the alarm. And I get so into your spine that your siren trills. So deep I get into your. I don't know how it's supposed to. I supposed to understand it. Chill your spine like siren trills. So you can't really chill, in siren trills. You are like, you have to hear it, Spinal column. What's spinal column again? To the spinal column. That's also really cool, and twist the necks of rappers till their spinal column disconnects. But I have to look up what spinal column exactly means. Okay, I know it. Sorry, sometimes I don't understand English words, especially if they are like describing body parts like this. So I twist you so much. Twist the necks of rappers. I throw you around so much with my words, with the stuff I have in my head, that you cannot. It's like describing, most likely, it's like a physical description of that what mentally maybe is going on when he raps. I drive you so around, circuits around your head with my words that like here explaining it with the neck, like in a circle, that you like he said, spinal column, that this part disconnects, because I'm so fast, I it's so twisted, what I'm saying, that you cannot connect this anymore. It's kind of a little bit of a metaphor right here, I guess. And also it's showing, because he's a very fast rapper, I'm too fast, that you cannot understand it when I'm saying it.
With this index and check the monologue. Turn your system up, twist them up and indulge in them in the stars. Small. This is the season for noise pollution, contamination, examination of more cartoons than animation. My lamination of narration. Hits snare and bass in a track for duck rapper interrogation. When I declare invasion, there ain't no time to be staring gazing. I turn the stage into a barren wasteland.
And that's very cool. I have put this in DeX and checked them on turn your system up. Yeah, you have, you have to understand this and turn your system up. You have to turn your system up to understand it. So I have to look some words up again. That's for me a little bit difficult because, again, I don't know these albums. So, okay, I know it. So you have twist M up, it's like twist them up or twist Eminem up, it's a kind of a wordplay here, I guess. And give in a way, give in this he's like this mob. He says maybe things you don't want to hear, but give in to that. This is the season. That's really cool. It's the season for noise pollution contamination. It's, I have to look again. I have to look some words up here because I'm not so familiar often with some stuff here. Sorry. So this is the season for noise pollution contamination. It's like he's saying, it's a little bit because he's saying maybe things a lot of people don't want to hear, but it's the season for it. Sorry, I have to look so much up here. Narration. Okay. Now I understand some stuff. He's basically saying, like, because he said a lot of shit, maybe some people don't want to hear, but he's like, this is the season, this is the time for it, and also he's basically saying, this is my time and you can nothing do it. It's like, when I declare invasion, I'm just saying what I have to say. You can say, what other people say doesn't matter, you kind of thing, but the way he's saying this is, in his crazy way. I don't know, there of course been some bars and metaphors I don't get everything here, but it's cool, like he said, in the end, for example, I turned the stage into barren wasteland, because when I'm here, I'm here, nobody can be around me, I'm like the smog or pollution contamination, I'm like, this is what I have to say, it's so strong, nobody else is there, and I cannot die.
Infinite. You heard of hell when I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence from murmuring instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it.
Really cool, hear the rhyme scheme again. Where he said, the rhyme scheme is crazy because, he had always these end rhyme, and also he have rhymes like in between. You heard of hell, well, hell, well, and then it went to it, seven and from instruments, always this from it, you can say. And also what he's saying here is he went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments, like normally, you murdering beats, and beats are made of instruments, so he's with his sentence, with his, his serving thing as a rapper is he makes sentence to murder instruments, to murder this beat. But and he said then also, and he's kind of trying to repent from it, it's like, I guess, going back from it. I have to get to this one. So he's yeah. So he's going back from it, but always when he hears a beat, he's he's driven by his, you can say, soul or some stuff to try it again. But also, the theme is so crazy, because he has like, a little bit of metaphorical theme here in the hook, where he's with this murdering and hell, he's coming from hell because he's murdering, not people but instruments. He's like, you know um, had this kind of metaphorical thing going on from and the whole stuff, from being insane to 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 murder beats,
I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. What's up, rapper interrogation? When I declare invasion, there ain't no time to be staring. Interrogation. When I declare invasion, there ain't no time to be staring, gazing. I turn the stage into a barren wasteland. I'm infinite. You heard of hell? Well, I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite. Bust it. I let the beat commit so I can beat the sense in your elite defense. I got some maintenance, through the stomping into feet to rinse. I greet the gents and ladies, I spoil loyal fans. I foil your plans and leave fluids leaking like oil pans. My coil hands around this microphone are lethal. One thought in my cerebral is deeper than a jeep full of people. MCs are feeble, I came to cause some pandemonium. Battle a band of phony MCs, a stand a lonely one.
Really cool here. So he's carry on with his, being insane and a good rapper and, being unbeatable, you can say. I think it's a lot of, it reminds me more of, in a better way, in a more, his rap style was, they are more, more grown, you can say, in this time, but it reminds me more of the songs like when he made when he was 16, like, I'm called an MC or called a sucker, I'm some kind of a genius, you stupid motherfucker, or some stuff like that, where he like, just with his verses. I mean, Eminem came from battle rap, so he has this battle rap attitude here too, where he basically, with different rhyme schemes and different techniques and lyrical styles, says, I'm the best, I'm the greatest at what I'm doing, and the others are not so good or bad, kind of style. Because, he came from battle rap, but this is an album, so he doesn't battle here anyone. But yeah, it's really cool, like command sense, elite defense, some meat to mince, this end rhyme scheme, it ends or ends. It's pretty cool. I got something to say, he's basically saying, and I just need a beat, and then it's also really cool, like he, speaking in the first verse of a normal beat, and then he's like, so I can beat the sense in your, also it's like I can defeat your defense, kind of, with this what I'm going to say. So you cannot defend it in any way. What I'm going to say, it hits, it stays, you can say. And also from the elite, it's very cool, because Eminem came from the poor society and from the Bronx, so it's kind of, even like, you know, you're maybe have more money, like elite, you're like, um, more the elite of society or stuff, and you think I'm just, a no-name rapper coming from Detroit and the poor society, but you cannot defend it. Spoiled Lloyd fans. I have to look for it. Oiled pants, man. I have to. But the rhyme scheme is crazy. Foiled plants, leave fluid leaking like oil pants. But I have to. I maybe cut a lot of things here down because I just have to look so much up here. He's going crazy on this track, and I doesn't know so much again about this. Foil plants. I don't really get this one. Ah, okay. Now I get it. Okay, now I get this line with I foil plants. So I destroy your plants kind of and leave you there, like your fluids, like um, like water and stuff going going away from you. All your, how can you say it, all your fluid is going out like oil pants, like oil pants. Very. So it's basically saying in this style that I destroy your plants and leave you out of here, out of water, out of life, you can say. I have to look so much up. It's crazy. He goes really crazy on this track. Sorry that I have to look so much up here, but it's just, the wordplay, it's insane. Ah, okay, now I understand it. So he's basically saying here, my coiled hands, I have to look also, coiled is also a word I have to look up. So basically saying if I take my hands on a microphone are, deadly, and my soul, and the things that I think in the deepness of my soul, or just in my soul in general, he said, are deeper than a jeep full of people. Everything what's in my head, my thoughts are deeper than thoughts of normal people here, of the most people, and other MCs are weak, and I'm causing some, chaos, and just some normal MCs, he said here, phony MCs cannot defeat me. So I'm standing there lonely because they have like no chances. Yeah, phony, fake MCs, or so I'm the only real one, the only real MC right here.
Full of people, MCs are feeble. I came to cause some pandemonium, battle of band. MCs are feeble. I came to cause some pandemonium, battle of band of phony MCs, a stand-alone one. Imitator, intimidator, stimulator, simulator of. Imitator, intimidator, stimulator, simulator of data, eliminator. There's never been a greater. Since the burial of Jesus, seek around and catch all the venereal diseases. My thesis is smash the stereo to pieces. My acapella releases classic masterpieces through telekinesis that eases you mentally, gently, sentimentally, instrumentally. With entity, dimentally, meant to be infinite. You entity, dimension.
Oh my god, it's crazy here. Just word after word, imitator, intimidator, stimulator, simulator of data. Like it's going on and on, and in the end, and gently, sentimentally, it seems like he's just playing around, but it's all in the sense of, making him great and the other MCs weak, you can say. That's crazy. I'm I'm the I'm the real one. I'm the stimulator. I'm like, everything he says there, and also I'm an eliminator. It's always about saying, hey, he's great, but with different styles and words, and the others are, I destroy him. There's never been a greater since the burial of Jesus, and catch all the venereal diseases. Fuck around, like. So that's basically what he's saying there, to get all, if venereal diseases, for the people who don't know, like me, because I have to look it up. I'm not it's not my mother language, but so I had to look it up what venereal diseases mean. They are sexual diseases, and so I'm like fucking around and catch all of these sexual diseases, and I can, yeah, because I'm the greatest. It can nothing happen. My thesis I smash a stereo to pieces. That's also cool. Like stereo, it's like music stuff going on. With stereo, and I'm destroying, I'm murdering music. But how he's saying it, it's fitting of the Bible theme here. Burial Jesus and thesis. Because of course there were, Martin Luther with his thesis. What means thesis again? Man, I have to look so much up. I even looked something up before I make the video, but don't worry there. If we go on to his more famous albums, I know more stuff in general. I maybe catch not everything he's saying, but I know what's going on there. Here, okay. That's great. It's great because it's rhyming like masterpieces, telekinesis, and then mentally pieces, diseases. Jesus. It's all rhyming great, and it all has these Bible theme from Jesus and thesis, and then yeah, it's I have all these Bible soul theme, also with telekinesis. It's like an unnatural ability, like Jesus could do anything, like it's like a magical thing going on, but it reminds me more maybe of the comics he maybe read, who inspired him to use especially this word here. But it's really cool because it through telekinesis it eases you mentally, like his words are like these telekinesis who who yeah who gets you, and who's flying into your head, you can say.
To be meant to be infinite, been a greater since the burial of Jesus. So seek around and catch all the venereal diseases. My thesis is smash stereo to pieces. My acapella releases classic masterpieces through telekinesis that eases you mentally, gently, sentimentally, instrumentally, with entity, dementally meant to be infinite. You heard of hell while I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murmuring instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite.
I know I'm getting it better, like he's in hell because he was brought there for destroying instruments, because he's destroying a beat. So he's, because he's in hell, he's trying to repent from it, go away from it. But when he hears the beat, he has to. He's just as he said, tempted to make another attempt for what he was going to have, So, oh man, that's just Jesus, man, that's just it's just fucking intelligent, the whole song. It's just, I like it. I don't know. If that came out, and I understand everything, for me he would be already then the greatest, just from the words playing here and everything making sense, and also going always from the verses, you have in the hook, I'm infinite in the end, but also in the verses he's going always back to this infinite theme. I'm infinite, there's no limit, basically.
I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite. When I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite. Man, I got evidence, I'm evidence, and I've been clever ever since my residence was hesitant to do business. It represents the MO. So I'm assuming all responsibility, cause there's a monster will in me that always wants to see MCs. Mike Nessler, slamming like a wrestler, here to make a mess of a lyric smuggling embezzler. No one is specialer, my skill is intergalactical. I get cynical, act a fool, then I send it through back to school. I never backed a tool or act cool, it wasn't practical.
What's going on here? Seriously, bro. Like, this guy's just, bro. I have to look this stuff up, bro. Mike Nessler. Who's Mike Nessler? See, Mike Nessler, and this Mike Nessler was also slamming. No, Mike Nessler. I thought for time this also means something else, that was also maybe a name from a wrestler, but it was stupid, from me. But how clever this rhyme is, Mike Nessler, like a microphone Nessler, slamming like a wrestler, when I'm like nestling in the mic, it slams you hard as a wrestler. What means embezzler, by the way? Man, it rhymes so good, and it seems to be so easy how he does it, and he's always later known for especially killing the third verse. That's a crazy one. Now I'm getting into the lyrics. That's a crazy one. What means stands? Sorry, I have to look so much words here. Okay. Oh my god. Is this verse? Is this whole the beginning of this third verse? It's so hard. It's so hard. I got evidence. I'm always clever. I'm never like hesitating, I don't know what means that represents the MO. What means MO? There I'm not really sure. But it's cool how he's just the whole lyrics, it's basically about, him saying this stuff, I'm, it's like always in the beginning, I'm so good, and and there's even stuff, he's saying, right now, like, it's kind of reminds me with there's a monster real in me that always wants to kill MCs. You all also have this kind of stuff he's saying, maybe with different words in a different way, by, for example, Godzilla from his Music to Be Murdered album, who is his newest album. I mean, he said A and B, and it's from side A, but it's like always he has often this like this monster in me, and it now when he came out as Slim Shady, mostly it's Slim Shady is kind of the monster in himself that kills and makes fun of people, kills MCs, whatever, you know, like uh, always you have to remember at that time, he came from battle rap. Slamming like a razor. Here you have a metaphor, lyric smuggling embezzler. I make a mess of somebody who is using his lyrics not in the right way, stealing and stuff, who doesn't really knows how to get along with it. So it's like lyric smuggling and the embezzler, like instead of drug smuggling, and money embezzler, it's a lyric smuggling embezzler. and I can destroy him because just of the skill I have right now. And here with the intergalactical theme, it gets a little bit into the comic scheme again. And a fool act a fool, then I send a crew back to school. And it's kind of, I never packed a tool or acted cool, it's kind of reminds me when he's speaking about his past and legacy and stuff, songs like that. And he was mostly the outsider and was beaten up by people, so he couldn't really often act it cool. So, and he doesn't really had a tool, Yeah, I don't know how to say it. And sometimes in my mind there's something going on, especially when it comes to M, but I cannot really connect it like I wanted to connect it. But it's a little bit, it all comes from himself and his kind of feelings at that time. Like also how the lyrics, also you have this beat, who's always the same. It reminds me also of the 16 years old. We had here some stuff there what I was reviewing where this was often not their own beats, so that they used beats and there he made the lyrics for, and it was also the classic sheep type of beats who were also often used at this time. Even Tupac and Biggie, there you have more focus on the words than of the beat, and I think at that time there was more storytelling and telling stuff in your head than you have maybe right now with just rhymes. And sometimes not, you have even rappers, I know from Germany mostly, but also I guess with the mumble rap kind of thing and stuff like that, and gangster rap where even stuff doesn't always have to rhyme, but you have just a focus on the beat and making it cool with some stuff. And here with these kind of beats you have really the focus on the lyrics, and you have to make with the lyrics, you have to make stuff cool, you can say. What is Eminem? Yeah, what Eminem does here. And it's also interesting to see, because Eminem, he was a comic book fan and he was a fan of rap, and he has like this fantasy in metaphorical ways more in his kind of style and stay, and he had this crazy life before. And for example, Tupac had more the, his, Eminem's life is more crazy in a way, and Tupac is more like hard stuff, and Tupac comes, for example, more from poetry. But yeah, just for example, to get to Tupac you can also go to Biggie or some stuff, but I know what I like about Eminem, it's like he's really, he can make everything rhyme. You can say.
Back to school, I never backed the tool or acted cool. It wasn't practical. I'd rather let a tactical tactful tractical your fancy. In fact, I can't see or can't imagine a man who ain't a lover of beats or a fan of scratching. So this is for my family, the kid who had a cameo on my last jam, plus the man who never had a plan B. Be all you can be, cause once you make an instant hit, I'm tensed a bit and tempted when I see the sins my friends commit.
I have to go to this, bro. I'd rather let a tactful track tickle your fancy. In fact, I can't see or can't imagine. You know, I'm so into this rap thing, I'm so into the beats that I cannot imagine someone that isn't into that beat of fan of scratching. Like scratching is normally like, you know, like not a really good noise. Okay, oh no, I understand. You know, I can't understand a man who ain't a lover of beats, you know, who really sounds nice, or who is a fan of scratching. Like, you know, like for example, when you scratch off a plate, you know, it makes a very not really good sound, and so he's basically saying, you know, everything that I don't like, you know, especially like hip hop, but maybe not everything, and you like real beats, or if you don't like real beats, you're like a fan of scratching, you know, of bullshit, of not good music. I don't know what he's, you know, I'm known. This fucking twisted here, you know. You know, this is for my family, the kid who had a cameo on my last jam, plus the man who never had a plan. Be all you can, because once you make an instant hit, you know, you make an instant hit is called, you know, referring to, you know, you make an instant music hit or as a rapper hit. So I'm a little bit tense there and tempted when I see the sins my friends commit, you know, like it's like also on his songs he's saying or speaking about the sins his friends commit, you know, coming out of the crazy world he was. I guess so. I don't know if I get it right, or, you know, because once you make an instant hit, it's also, you know, like, you know, you can see hit like a hit on a song who gets a hit, a rap song, but also like a punch, like a hit, you know, when you are hitting someone. So you can see this in different direction, you know. It has these diversity, like murdering a beat and murdering, you know, murdering a person, you know. It's often, or like hit a beat, you know, like it's even in gangster rap you have it also as you know, this double meaning, you know. That's maybe the easiest or the often double meaning you have in rap, and you know, you can kill someone or murder someone, but also if you murder a beat, you know, that means you rock a beat. And you know, you can make an instant hit, like you make an hit everybody's listening, or you make an instant hit punching someone. And so he's tensed a bit when I see the sins my friends commit, and I don't know how to take it there, because you make an instant hit when you see the sins my friends commit, you know, when they're doing something stupid, you like punch him, or are you speaking about the stuff what's going on around you in a song? I guess that's what's meant here, but I'm not really sure, you know. It's definitely something, you know, there's so much word playing here. It's really hard to follow a line, you can say.
Infinite. You heard the hell while I was sick from it. I went to it serving a sentence from murmuring instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite. You heard the hell while I was sick from it. I went to it serving a sentence from
yeah, so it's basically, him saying, I say some stuff, and I know that sometimes I really say really hard stuff. So, it's basically, the hook scheme and stuff. Like the hook is like this, I know I say sometimes really hard shit, but so I try to, yeah, repent from it, to get away from it, also to, yeah, maybe feel like, oh man, that's really hard what I'm saying there, or that's really hard stuff there. But when I hear a beat, the time when I hear a beat, I I have to drop my lyrics. I have to get back. I have to rap. I have to say all these crazy hard stuff, maybe, or for some people hard stuff. You can say, I have no choice. I'm tempted. My soul is tempted, kind of. My soul, the ghost in me is tempted to do this. Let's go back and hear the last part. And yeah. And you never had a plan B. Be all you can be. Cause once you just to show, but it just shows how lyrical skilled he is, really. This whole song, so lyrical skilled. But he's putting there a lot out. I think, someone who, like, in the beginning, when you're never heard of Eminem and you just get this, it's hard to follow. It's hard to follow for a person who don't know stuff. So this is for my family. The kid who had a cameo on my last jam, plus the man who never had a plan. A man who ain't a lover of beats or a fan of scratching. So this is for my family. The kid who had a cameo on my last jam, plus the man who never had a plan B. Be all you can be. Cause once you make an instant hit, I'm tensed a bit. So he's basically, I don't know, had this time, I don't know when Haley was born. Because, he was together with Kim, but he has this hate love for her. And so he maybe sees himself as, his family, and he has this hate love for his mother. And, I don't know, Ronnie passed away and he had D12, but I don't know how to understand this, because I don't know if Heidi was even born, but we had a cameo on my last jam, plus the man who never had a plan B. Is he the man who never had a plan B? I mean, he always wanted to rap, so I'm just, just think of it right now. I cannot say it. Cause once you make an instant hit, I'm tensed a bit and tempted when I see the sins my friends commit. I'm infinite. You heard the hell while I was sick from it. I went to it serving a sentence from urban instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite. You heard the hell while I was sick from it. I went to it serving a sentence from instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite. What a beautiful song. It's kind of, hearing the hook with the end. It's kind of, it's always going the same stuff on. I'm always, I cannot be another person. I always have to, if I hear a beat, I try to say even the crazy stuff. And sometimes then oh man, what I had said, but as soon as I had a beat again, I cannot go away from it. It's just me rapping. It's basically what he's saying there. Really cool. Also the mask, I think it's I think from his second album, to promote it, he had this mask on. It's famous mask, I guess from his second or third album, where he's mostly want to show to people how insane he is. Like, I'm living in this hard world, but you know what? I'm like I'm a crazy motherfucker. I'm insane, kind of shame he had in the beginning of his career. Later on, he get a little bit away from that.
I got evidence, I'm evidence, and I've been clever ever.
So that's it right here, and see you guys. Ciao. See you. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed to watch the video. Bye bye.